Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Nittany Lions will put toe to leather and we'll get started. No return coming. He'll call for the... Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. At the 35, he's loose. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center of the guard. The tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
They want to throw it. Dumps it to the back. Caught close to the marker. It's Daniels. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
A nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally.
Touchdown, Florida! What a catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. offense off to a good start. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly out to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Penn State!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse. Open runway ahead. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Gets it out fast. At the 35, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. The give to the tailback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner goes down. Defense has him pinned back, and listen to this crowd roar. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd down, going up top. Now improvising. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off to the 26.
Well, the defense comes up with a huge play here in the first half. They did a great job getting the QB to move, and then they rallied to a football and an ill-advised throw. They come away with the takeaway, and their offense now is going to have the ball in the opponent's territory.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quick release by the QB. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Needs to get it in the end zone. Finds his man. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. He would have loved to have been able to throw the ball past the first down stick. Couldn't get it done, and they couldn't create enough room off the dump down, Jesse.
So let's give credit to the defense then in coverage, taking all of the throws away and also doing a nice job of keeping the football in front of them, and then great effort making that tackle, setting up for it.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Dynasty Lions going back to work on offense now. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this way.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. The Dynasty Lions will hustle to the line.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 17, Penn State 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Dynasty Lions.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Going over the top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Abrams. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback. He's loose. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout here. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops for them and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second downs. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Nittany Lions move the chains with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Forced out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He's got him, and they convert. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Leaves it with the running back. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Brown. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. The run from the shotgun. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's back to throw on second down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Penn State.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Looking to throw on second down. Pocket starts to collapse. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And it's picked off. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. He goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line, but what an opportunity after that pick.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The defense is going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Jet sweep to the receiver. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Makes the grab. It's Abrams. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's going for the big play. He got it. Touchdown, Gator! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit. It's going to set up 3rd down.
Smith takes the handoff. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
And they'll let that one go out of bounds. comes the offense. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right? Score a touchdown, go try to get a rest on the sideline. It feels like you blink and you're right back on the field having to go score another one, David. It just feels like it's going to be that kind of game.
Well, so which defense can kind of change their identity a little bit, get more aggressive? You're giving up yards and touchdowns anyways. Who can get aggressive and maybe create a turnover?
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Lost one deep down the right side. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The short hands, it's Brown. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stuff.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
If I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to... I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
The snap sets up the throw. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Throws to the back. This time it's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Nittany Lions in the hurry-up.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking to scramble. Now he'll throw back into the middle. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Well, the receiver getting a little ahead of himself on that one. You saw him calling for the ball. He thought he was wide open. He thought that was going to be an easy catch. The ball finally gets to him, and he drops it. If you're going to call for the ball like that and call your shot, you've got to secure the catch.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because
going up top. Into double coverage, and he picked it off.
man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defensively, forcing an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
Toss to the outside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Time to take a shot. And he intercepts it. Looking for more room. At the 20. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up.
Touchdown, Penn State! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Gators have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
Well, that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Still running at the 40. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
He's going to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Gators have moved it inside the 20. Looking to pass on second down. Quick strike complete. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contacts.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this third and long from the 20. He'll set up to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
He wants to pass it on second down. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Gators! Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Fires to the middle. It's caught. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida 45, Penn State 35.
First down to start the drive after the break. Motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. giving him his pads. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
And that's a first down.
The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Fires to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Snagged in the middle. It's Madden. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Leaves it with the back. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. He's looking to pass. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Number 85.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
At the 45 on its way. That's a live ball. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And the returner will be knocked down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Throws for the tight end. What a snag by the defense. And with the interception, he'll take